Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'll show you how we can paint some simple leaves, and all these leaves are very simple to paint. Even if you are a beginner, you just need little practice and you can do it easily. You can have different shades of green color. For that you need different shades of yellow and different shades of blue to have different kind of green altogether. And you can also mix red and white, those kind of things, to have little different color. Although we are not concentrating on color, we are concentrating on the leaf shape, so you can use any color. In fact, you can use only one color, that is also fine. So just assume in your head what kind of leaf you needed. So I'm going to create a simple leaf, little bit pointed, smaller in size. So let's do it. For the first one, I'm using yellow color and I'm mixing ultramarine blue to have something like this. You can see it is quite vibrant because I have used ultramarine blue. If I would have used cobalt blue, I will get more subtle color. So that is why you can choose your own kind of yellow and blue. Now for the first one, I have created a string and I'm creating a small leaf like this. So you just need to apply a little pressure into your brush and you move your brush in a particular direction wherein you want to create a leaf. So I'm creating something like this, quite simple to paint, nothing fancy as such. I'm just pushing my brush a little bit to paint something like this. I'm keeping the leaf shape smaller in size and I'm also keeping it little pointed. So this one is the basic one we generally use in our flowers and foliages. And again, depend on what kind of composition you needed, you can have different leaf altogether. So I'm arranging this in this particular way. One string left and right we have leaf, so I'm getting something like this. If you compose it in a little different way, you can have a little different leaf altogether. But let me show you one more time how we can do this. So if you apply a little pressure, you will get a fine line. If you apply more pressure, you will get more thicker line. So pressure is important. Second thing is in which direction you are moving your brush. So as I'm moving my brush like this and I'm getting different kind of leaf altogether, and just release it slowly to get one pointed end. So this is the basic. You need to practice this a lot to paint if you are a beginner. I have already created one stroke leaf wherein I have explained everything in detail, so you can have a look into that particular video also. You can get a link into my description section. Now let's move to the next one. So in the existing green color I have added Indian yellow, so to get a different kind of green altogether. And then I have created a string. Again, these thing is totally up to you what kind of composition you needed, as I said. And then I'm creating two strokes, one from the left and one from the right, and combining these two strokes together, keeping a fine negative space in between and creating a little bigger leaf and pointed. So it is similar to first one, as you can see, but quite different with little variation. So likewise you can paint any kind of leaf. So this one is tilted one, hanging one, you can say. Both are quite similar, but this one we have negative space in between and this one is little bigger, and I have painted it in a little different way. Now I have mixed a little bit of red. So when you mix all the primary color, you will get a brown shade. So that's why it is a brown color. Now let's create one more. So again, you can create a string. This time I'm creating a smaller leaf and in a group. So I'm dividing the main string into multiple substring, and then I'm creating small leaf like this, left and right. I'm using only tip of my brush. As you can see, I'm using only 1/3 of my brush and I'm moving my brush from left to right or right to left to get something like this. It is very easy. You just need little practice. Trust me, you can do it if you are a beginner and you find it difficult to paint. So it is only about practice. So do little practice and you can do all these things easily. I have created something like this, multiple substring. All these strings have leaf left and right, and we have created one single leaf like this. So this one is the third one. Now let's move to the next one. So for the next one, I'm adding more yellow into it. Now you can see the color is quite different, and you can try different color. So for this one as well, I'm creating a little longer string, more tilted towards right side, and then I am creating a longer leaf but not pointed. This one is a little bit rounded from the tip, and you can see, and I'm starting from one point, moving my brush towards one direction and coming back to the center. You can make these leaves little wider as well, but I'm creating fine leaves like this but longer. Also it is depend on composition. So this one I'm creating multiple nodes in between, as you can see, and from that particular node we have leaves coming together. So that is why we are getting something like this. Let me show you in the rough copy. So you can start from one point, just move your brush and come back to the center again. So I'm doing it in one single stroke. You can definitely modify it later to get proper shape, but likewise you can paint it easily. Now I'm mixing more blue into it, making it little bit darker, and I think it is too dark. Let me try another color. So I'm mixing lemon yellow and cobalt blue color to have little sap green kind of color. Now this time I'm creating a similar leaf, but the composition is different. So this time I'm creating left and right leaf, not from the node but throughout this particular string. You can keep couple of leaf smaller and couple of leaf bigger. So those things you can try, and as you are moving towards upward direction, you can keep the size of the leaf little smaller. And you can also think about keeping negative space like I did. So with little variation, now you can see we have two different kind of leaf altogether. So it is totally depend on what kind of color you are using, how you are composing it, whether you have a little bit negative space in between or not. So those things you can consider while creating these kind of things. And we have another set of leaf, and it is similar to previous one, quite similar. The only difference is we have negative space. Now let's do the another one. I think I should mix a little bit of white into it to make it little different. I am just trying different kind of green altogether, so nothing fancy as such. And now I'm creating a bigger leaf. See, I have created this big leaf. You just need to combine multiple strokes together and you can have something like this. I'm creating 3 big leaves in a triangle form, and then we are going to paint 3 more above to it. So let me complete this one first. So I have something like this. You can consider it as basil leaf, and then it is still wet, so let it dry completely. See, you need to remember how much water you need into your sheet and brush to make your painting successful. So let it aside for some time, let it dry. Meanwhile, you can utilize your time creating some lines and pattern around the previous leaves that you have. So you can have middle line, you can have some vines which we usually see into the leaf area. Those things you can do for rest other leaves, although it is totally optional. If you like to do something like this, you can do it. Otherwise you can skip this particular part and you can wait until your leaf gets dried. Now my leaves are pretty much dry, but I need little different shade, so I'm creating a different kind of leaf. So I'm mixing ultramarine blue to this one, and this one is little vibrant. I think it is too different, but fine, as of now we can use it. I think you understood my point. You need to wait until your sheet gets dried, and then you can create 3 more leaves, and likewise you can do a little bit of overlapping between the leaves as well. So whenever you are doing overlapping, make sure your previous color have dried completely, otherwise you will mess up and the leaf won't look good. And this is applicable for any kind of painting that you are doing, be it landscape or flower or whatever you like to paint. Now just creating some extra line and pattern to finish this one. Now let's move to the next one. So in this one I'm creating serrated leaf. So serration means you will see little zigzag pattern around the edge, and that is you can get easily combining multiple strokes together, and you can fill the in between area with more color. So you just need to create multiple strokes very close to each other. So let me try one more time. So 1 stroke, 2 strokes, 3 stroke, and likewise you can see we are getting a little zigzag pattern, and this is how you can paint it, something like this. This one is fine serrated leaf, but you can have varieties in these as well. So serration could be deep serrated, serration could be fine serration like this one, or it could be random serration, like somewhere it is too deep and somewhere it is not. But those things you can try combining multiple strokes, some are smaller, some are bigger, to have something like this. So this is just an example for you, and rest you can have a number of leaves, so definitely try. Now let's move to the next one. So I need a string, although I'm not creating it, I have started with the leaf. So you can create a random round kind of shape for this particular one. This one is the simplest one to do. So you can start with this one as well. And I'm creating a round shape, or maybe oval kind of shape, you can say. Some of them are smaller, some of them are bigger. You can also do overlapping between the leaves. As I said, you just need to wait until it gets dried, and then you can try one more leaf around it, keeping things a little bit overlapped with each other, which is more natural. So I think we should do these kind of things. And how simple this one is, right? It is very simple to paint, I guess. This one is the easiest one to do. Now let me create one more. So in this one I'm creating a triangle kind of shape, and I'm combining 3 strokes together like this to create one single leaf. Either you can keep it little bit rounded, or else you can keep it more on the triangle side, and likewise you can add variation, but something like this I'm doing for the last one that we have. So create multiple groups and combine it together to create a group like this. You can also have little bit of line and pattern around it. And we are done with today's video. Hope this video is easy and simple to follow. Please do let me know if you have any kind of feedback for me, and thank you so much for watching. See you all in the next video.